expect this. Needs to retreat his tanks, and Pure moving in with his Dragoons. He might be able to pick off one of these tanks. It looks like he's picking off one of the tanks. Nice move there by Pure, and Pure's going to pick off the second tank too, so terrible for C. C actually went for the mines first. That mine not managing to do any damage to the Dragoons. Still 3 Dragoons left, managing to pick off 3 tanks, and that's a huge, huge loss for C. Good micro there by Pure, and Pure is taking a definite lead in this game. If you can continue with this pressure, he's definitely going to be in the lead, because C is just not going to be comfortable there with his expansion. Oh man, that all the Marines getting picked off now, and 4 Dragoons in front for Pure. So Pure showing some nice micro in this game early on. This is certainly a lot better than a 2-base freaking Stargate Fleet Beacon carrier build. I mean, I think he could have gone for Corsairs with Disruption Web and been more successful last game. Seriously, because the carriers just did not cut it at all. But anyway, now C moving out with Speed Vultures. Actually, I think they're just normal vultures, but he needs to get siege mode up, and he needs to be able to hold, actually, they're speed vultures with mines, so he was a little worried about a DT kind of push there, and he is going to be able to contain Pure for a little bit of time with those mines, but Pure already has the observatory out, and he's going for the robotic support base, so Pure going for, I think, a very sensible build here, going for that early harass, and we saw some decent Reaver play against Hyuk when he was going Ser Reaver against a Zerg player, so maybe we'll see some decent Reaver play against a Terran player. Of course, slightly different types of micro, but Reaver micro is Reaver micro no matter what. And C now getting turrets up. He still does not know what tech is going on inside of Pure's base, and Pure now loading up with 2 Zealots and probably that Reaver once it pops. Managing to drop 1 probe in that corner expansion. I'm pretty sure it's on the low ground. Yeah, I'm positive it's on low ground. It can't be on the high ground, right? I'm just seeing things because of the graphics of StarCraft obviously are not exactly the best, and so you really can't, sometimes you can't tell what's high or what's low with the fake 3D graphics. Anyway though, Shuttle is going to be pushing it out, and Pure cleaning some mines out too. Oh, there comes the scan though. So C is going to know the Shuttle and Reaver are out. A very good scan there by C. So C should be building turrets like a madman now. Excuse me. And Pure actually gonna shuttle some probes over into the expansion. Yeah, just from the angle, it looks like you can't tell, but I think it's on the low ground. I was saying in the beginning when I hadn't commentated on this yet that I thought it was on the high ground, and that Terrans could therefore like run siege tanks into there with a dropship and siege the crap out of the main base without really much that the other player could do about it. But I think it is on the low ground. Anyway. Yeah, a lot of tanks being produced here, and C now, Pure now moving out with a shuttle, and C probably is going to be prepared for this, is my guess, but the shuttle, the Reaver harass might be enough to give Pure enough room to expand once again, which he's trying to do, but C has actually spotted this with his marauding vultures. They could be trying to take down that Nexus before it goes up. Pure's got some of his units up front now in front of C's base, perhaps trying to exploit a breakthrough if he is successful with his Reavers, but it looks like he's pulling them back to kill off these vultures now. Still haven't seen that Reaver in action though. That Reaver is going to be definitely very important in determining who takes the lead now. I think Pure had a bit of a lead, but the fact that C went for mine so quickly has really equalized it, and since Pure was unable to cause more damage to C's base after sniping off those tanks, C really did not suffer too greatly. And now C moving around north with some vultures, and now moving south with his tanks. And I have to say, from watching him play in the Team Liquid attack, you know, I got to see like 3 hours of C playing. I mean, just very meticulous play by C. Really, I think he's a very strong Terran player, and he talked a little bit in that video about why he's well, the people asked him why he doesn't progress very far past like the round of 16 in the individual leagues, and he says it definitely has to do with nerves. So confirming what I thought, really just something with his nerves. He just gets nervous during the later parts of a tournament, and it's sad to not see him advance very far. I mean, he is a sort of, I guess, kind of a cookie-cutter Terran, but certainly he deserves to have more of a shot, I guess. But Pure now pushing into the front of C's base, and whoa, C is going all in now. He's going for an attack at Pure's base. He looks like he's sacrificing his main base here, and the Reaver just able to walk in and kill off all the SCVs at that natural expansion. I don't know how successful C's going to be with his counterattack, because Pure, once he decides to run backwards, is going to be able to just take out the small force here. C only has a couple of vultures and maybe 2 tanks behind there. there. And he's trying to build turrets to stop the shuttle from moving, 3 tanks behind there to defend. But meanwhile, he's going to lose everything inside his base. All of his factories are going to go down. All of his SCVs are going to go down. So C, deciding that he didn't have enough time to get his units back into his base to defend, has gone for the all-in build here. He's gone for the all-in push here, rather. And he's going to be trying to take down a natural expansion. All Zealots from Pure now. Pure just going to try to rush down and kill off those tanks, and that's all he needs to do. Once those tanks are down, it's going to be GG for C, and I feel like C perhaps didn't need to go for a push that early when he didn't have enough tanks. He definitely was down on the tank count compared to where he should have been because he lost those early tanks. I felt that C maybe didn't need to go for such an early attack. I think he should have absorbed the Reaver harass first, and GG coming from C. I think he should have absorbed the Reaver harass first and then gone for the attack, but he decided to go for the attack, and I think it was premature, and it cost him the game. But anyway, we're going to see the end of this game. This is game 2 of C versus Pure, and Pure has managed to even it up by going for more of a standard build this time. Good timing attack by Pure, and we're moving on to the 3rd and final game for today. This will be C versus Pure on Andromeda.